Okay, in this next part of the video we're going to take a look at how to play the intro chorus step by step, and then we'll do it together all the way through at the end. So, to get started, this is the Once I Was 7 Years Old part, everyone's favorite part. So to get started, what we're going to do is play an E minor chord, brush through like you did before, and you're going to hit the high E, so the first string on top of it, probably with your A finger. Then we're going to have two Ds, 3rd fret, 2nd string, open 2nd string, which is a B, back to D, on the 3rd string with the 4th finger. You'll notice I'm using my pinky, and then 3rd string, 2nd fret with the 2nd finger, sorry. I had to jump off the E minor chord to get there. And then we're going to end with a G chord with an open G, 3rd string, open 3rd string on top. That's old, Once I Was 7 Years Old. So that little chunk there, see if you can get this. 4 and. Yeah, that's Once I Was 7 Years Old. You know that, you can tell. Okay, so the next, my mama told me we're on this G chord, and we got that G down. And so what we're going to do is start with the 4th string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, and then open 2nd string up to D on the 3rd fret. 2nd finger goes over to the 3rd string, 2nd fret. When that happens, these two fingers lift so they can move down to the next chord, because we're going to play a C with an open 3rd string on top. The 2nd lifts out of the way. Okay, so that little lift I talked about in there is pretty crucial for helping your fingers get from C to G, so make sure you do that. Okay, so that little chunk, we'll play that together, and I'm going to pretend that I was playing the part before I had G down, and I would have just played the G chord with the 3rd string on top, and then we're going to go, so I'll go 1 and 2 and chord. Okay, and you notice that when I played that A, which is the note, 2nd finger, 3rd string, you saw my fingers lift up so they could get down in time to the next chord. Okay, next little chunk is going to be go make yourself some friends, you won't be lonely, or something like that. Those are the words there, I think, are close enough. So what we're going to have there is the the 1st finger, because that's already on the note we needed on the 4th string from when we changed to C. That's going to become part of our melody, so we just played that C chord with the open G on top. Then we start with that 4th string, 2nd fret, open 2nd string, 3rd string, 2nd fret with the 2nd finger. Then we're going to play a grace note, open G, and do a quick hammer on to the 2nd, then another 2nd, that's an A, and then 3 more A's, 3, and then open 3rd. And then we're going to do a little grace note starting on the A, with at the same time playing the open D string. Okay, so I got my 2nd finger on A, 3rd string, 2nd fret. I got my thumb ready to play open D, and that's going to just pop up to the 4th fret. Notice that I didn't play it again once I got to the 4th fret. I only played it once and slid. It's super, you barely hear that A. You barely hear the A. Just, it happens very quick. It gets right up to there. After that, you're going to play a full A, and then open it up to the G. So those are both on the 3rd string. So go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Alright, we'll play that together there now. So we just got to the C chord from the last part, and our first note is with the 1st finger. So we'll count that in from 4 and 1. Okay, so get that part down solid before you move on, and then we can go on. And before we move on, I'll actually put that with the first part too, so you can practice the whole first half together. Here it is, 3 and 4 and 1. Last part is actually super easy because we're just going to do another Once I Was 7 except it's going to hold on the open third string, the open G at the end. Okay, and then for a special little treat, we're going to throw in, because that's kind of the end of the melody there, but we still have a bar and a half of music to cover. So we're going to sneak in that little riff from the first part while our G's ringing, and then a C, and hold for 2 beats. Okay, so you'd already know how to do that from the first part. Okay, so here is the whole thing all together at once. This is going to be your goal before you move on to the next section in the video. You're going to get this part down for the intro chorus. Here we go. 3 and 4 and... Alright, you probably noticed something there, probably 2 things actually. At the very beginning I forgot to repeat that second note, the second and third note. I left one of those D's out. Don't do that. And at the very end, I made that little extra bit, that little tinkly piano part, I made that a little quieter, and I also changed the tone of my string by sliding over towards the fretboard. In Italian that's called tasto.